Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies. I'm Rush Limbaugh, sitting here with half my brain tied behind my back just to make it fair. All right, the poster boy from the 1992 campaign. There he is. We've made up the poster. We've actually, if you see what that is, we've put him in the lower left-hand corner of a $100 bill, because that's just the tip of the iceberg. What this guy is going to cost all of us. Now, you may think, Rush, we've seen this before. Why are you showing us this? Have you people ever heard of the concept of greatest hits? When you go see a Sinatra concert, don't you hope he'll sing the old favorites that you've always heard him sing? That's right. Well, that's no different than this show. The things that make this show what it is, the things that define this show, the things that help us stand out on this show, we got to keep reminding you, because you got to understand something. The audience of this show is growing by leaps and bounds. We've got new figures in that show that there are more people tuning in every day to this show than there are being born in this country. Now, that's hard to do, but we are, that's right. Our audience exceeds the U.S. birth rate. This is important stuff, folks, because during the campaign they said, we got to get away from all this character stuff. We got to get away from all this stuff that doesn't matter. We need to talk about issues. And so some guy with a ponytail, that's important, stood up at the Richmond debate and changed American history forever with this.
The focus of my work is domestic mediators meeting the needs of the children that I work with by way of their parents and not the wants of their parents. And I ask the three of you, how can we, as symbolically the children of the future president, expect the two of you, the three of you, to meet our needs?
How many of you feel like you are the children of Bill Clinton? Wait a minute. Before you, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, that is seriously wrong. It's just seriously wrong. Treat us like you're... Of course, the candidates, oh, they love that. Well, what we did, ladies and gentlemen, we went to Washington, D.C., the recently held radio and TV correspondents' dinner at a hotel in Washington. The president came, did a comedy routine. Our man in Washington was there and went to members of the press corps and asked them what they thought of this guy. Now, this is instructive to listen to. Of course, the press is largely responsible for disseminating. Remember, it was the press who thought this guy was great. It was the press who put the spin on this. Finally, we've gotten down to what matters in this campaign. Now, you and I both know that that's the exact wrong attitude that successful, productive people in this country should have. To look at the president as a father, to look at the government as a provider. So let's roll now the tape and show you what the members of the press corps thought about that guy. There's our man in Washington hiding behind the...
In the second debate in Richmond, a man with a ponytail stood up and told the three candidates that we, American people, are symbolically the children of the president. What do you think about that, and what does government owe the American people?
Well, that guy had a real impact on the whole campaign, sure. I mean, I thought that was a very prescient, important statement, yeah.
I think that people do look at the President of the United States symbolically as a kind of, not biological father, but there is a kind of, I think that there's a kind of, if you will, cultural and political father figure at work there. And I think that they feel that way about the first family, whether or not they voted for them or whether or not they agree with their political affiliation.
I think it did have an impact based on the experiences that I have had since the debate. Everybody talks about it. Everybody wants to tell me what they thought of it.
Well, I certainly didn't know that that guy was a child of the president.
I am not the child of the American president. I'm older than the American president.
That was, of course, Picha Annette, who also thought that we blew up a baby milk plant when it was really a munitions dump over in Tehran. Or whatever it was, Baghdad. I am stunned. Jack Germán said, oh, yeah, the guy campaigned. He redefined the... we must have caught him just as he got there. He must have just gone running up the steps because he was a little bit out of breath there. And I still don't know what Tom Brokaw said, but Tom, it was a nice try. Now, one guy one guy of all that we talked to in the press corps had the courage and the guts, ladies and gentlemen, to put the poster boy in perspective. Britt Hume of ABC. Watch what he said. You got to watch faster. It goes by quick.
Well, I thought that the Richmond debate people were, if they're what the American people are really like, and they represent the people of this country, it's time to start thinking about moving elsewhere.
That's right. That's right. That's it. That's it. Congratulations, Britt Hume, and we'll be back with the rest of our show right after this.